welcome to this is the Hot Takes. Now in this video, we'll be looking at the biggest LeBron James meat writer I've ever seen in my life. Now, in this video, there'll be a lot of Jordan and LeBron debate, so if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand when people over project LeBron James' career. So in this video, we're looking at the biggest LeBron James meat writer of all time.
Oh my god, bro, there's so many reasons. They're all unfair as fuck, but there's so many. Number one, he was great from a young age. People resent that. People don't like seeing young people be successful. LeBron James at 16 was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, dubbed the Chosen One. He made $100 million from Nike before he even stepped foot on an NBA court. People don't like to see that. God forbid someone's young and successful. So the moment he stepped foot in the NBA, people wanted to see him fail. They wanted to see him fall flat on his face. Hence why people never stopped bringing up 2011, because when he had his worst professional failure, people took that as a chance to just jump on him and use that as a referendum for his whole career.
Okay, so there's two things I'm gonna say. One, about him being the chosen one and him being good while he came out of high school. That happens with every single NBA player. Every single NBA player that's highly touted and highly spoken of to be a first overall pick, second overall pick, gets hated on by fans in general. That doesn't matter. Now, I am in the camp where I believe LeBron James is one of the most hated superstars, yes, but that just happens because of the fans that happens. So because of the fans, the negative hate comes with that. That's what I'm gonna say about that, because it makes sense. But it makes sense why people hate on LeBron James, because he has so much expectations that it's just like, okay, I don't think a high school do that, because he was one of the first high schools to come out of there and really play at that level. And I commend LeBron James for coming in and exceeding expectations. I commend him for that. Now, think about what everything is. Here's the thing. When you get to the top 5, top 3, top 4 in the greatest of all time, you have to nitpick about certain small things. Now, I don't think that 2011 is that big of a stain on LeBron's career when you compare it to other players, because he had better series. But when you compare it to Michael Jordan, it's a big stain for me, because Jordan did not sell in a whole series NBA Finals. He's 6-0 for a reason, and he's played good in NBA Finals. When the Utah Jazz in the last championship, or the second to last one, when Scott Pippen had a back injury, couldn't play as well, Jordan stepped up. In the first three-peat, Jordan was stepping when Pippen wasn't playing good. So it makes sense why I think that Jordan's better than LeBron, because of the playoff performances. So that's why I have 2011 as one of my examples, because that's why I think Jordan is better than LeBron, because of the performances. That's why. So I'm going to use 2011 because you have to nitpick when you get to the top 10 players and the top 5 players. Now, because I think LeBron's number 2 all time. I think he is. I think he's better than Kobe. I think he's better than Magic, Wilt, Kareem. I think he's better than all the players. He's number 2. But the reason I have him under Jordan is because of certain things that I think Jordan's done better. There's certain things I think LeBron does better. Of course I do. That's just how it works. But when I nitpick the career, because I have to nitpick certain things, have to nitpick small things. Like, I genuinely believe LeBron James is the second best player of all time. LeBron James is amazing. I think he can surpass Jordan if he does certain things. But I have to nitpick right now, and when I nitpick certain things about LeBron's career, I just think Jordan's career is better. That's why I have Jordan over LeBron. It's not me hitting on LeBron, it's me adding context to his career. I'm not gonna go out and just say, I'm not gonna go out and just say Jordan's better because I hate LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. I research, I look through my stuff, and I see what happened. Because I like to form my own opinions. So when I watch basketball videos and when I watch things and people have their own opinion, I'm like, okay, let me see if that's correct. Let me fact check it myself before I just go out and just say, oh yeah, they're right. When people say LeBron's the GOAT, I have reasons why, and I genuinely believe Jordan's the GOAT, because there are certain things that I think Jordan does better than LeBron. There are certain things that Jordan has done better than LeBron, and there are certain things in LeBron James' career that I nitpick him for. I don't use that for every single player, because when you compare him to the greatest of all time, I have to nitpick his career. That's just how it works. That's not me hating on LeBron. I don't hate on LeBron. But there are certain things you say about Jordan that you hate on. There are certain things you say about any other player that you hate on. That's just how that works. So I don't hate on LeBron. I never hate on LeBron. I'm glad that he exceeded expectations. I'm glad he broke the all-time scoring record. When LeBron breaks records, when LeBron makes achievements, I'm happy for him. I celebrate for him because I like watching basketball. But I don't go out and when he breaks the record, I don't say, oh, but he's still not better than Jordan. I did not care if he was better than Jordan that night. I celebrate with LeBron James because he broke an all-time record. I don't care if he's better than Jordan. I honestly don't care sometimes, because it's just so much, that debate is just so annoying to me. So that's why I don't hate on LeBron. I do my research and I add context to it. That's why I have Jordan as my GOAT. That's not me hating. That's me forming my own opinion.
Number 2, he threatens a beloved icon in many people's eyes, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is revered by most NBA fans. They see him as this mythological creature who can never be surpassed, and LeBron threatens him in the all-time rankings. There's a reason why most Michael Jordan fans love Kobe Bryant, because they know that Kobe Bryant was nowhere near the player that Michael Jordan was. They were both very similar in play style, but everybody knows Kobe Bryant was not as good as Michael Jordan. But what MJ fans do know is that LeBron is better at everything, basically, than Michael Jordan, so they feel threatened by that. Because God forbid someone dethrones our baby boy MJ. So that's on the court. There's also an off-the-court element to...
Okay, I don't care about the off-the-court stuff he said, but the thing that I have is I don't have Kobe Bryant over LeBron. I think Kobe Bryant is a top 10 player, but I don't have Kobe Bryant over LeBron. So not all MJ fans think of that. But anyway, like the thing that he said about that LeBron is better than Jordan everything. Jordan is a better defender than him, a better pick defender. Jordan is a better scorer than him, a better pick scorer as well. Jordan is also just greater than him in general. The thing I have about Jordan is, the thing that I hate about Michael Jordan, I don't know if I put in this video, but it's a video that says that I never seen LeBron James like hit his teammates or the leadership that he has. Every single team has different leaderships that you have going by it. That's just how that works. Every single person is different, and every single person's dynamic is different. So if you want to say LeBron James is better than Jordan and everything, I think that Jordan is a better leader than LeBron James. Now, the reason why I think Jordan's better than LeBron James is because, one, Jordan stuck that team through and was able to push that team more than he should have been able to. That's one. Two, Jordan's leadership style is different than LeBron's. I think he's different than most players. Him and Kobe's is similar, but he's different than most players. He's aggressive. He wants you to push you, but that's how you play. He believes that if he's aggressive with you, it will push you to play more. And I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying I disagree with it, but it worked. And his leadership worked. And it proved that it worked because he got 3 championships. He went back and got 3 more. So his championships worked. His leadership skills worked. I'm not saying LeBron James' leadership skills don't work either. You to come back 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors, that takes leadership. So I'm not saying his leadership doesn't work as well. But Jordan's leadership on the Chicago Bulls team, that I'm not saying was lacking talent. They had talent, but when they talent would underperform, other talents would step up, or other talents would come into them roles because of the way that Jordan lead the team. So that's all I gotta say about that. I don't think that LeBron is just better than Jordan and everything. I think he's a better playmaker than Jordan. I do agree with that because LeBron is a top 5 playmaker. I do think LeBron's a better finisher than Michael Jordan, like in some areas. But I think Jordan's just a better scorer in general. I think Jordan's a better scorer. I think Jordan's a better defender, pick defender. He has the defensive player of the year. I think Jordan's a semi-better leader. I think Jordan's more accomplished. There's more things I think Jordan's better at than just me hating on LeBron. I don't hate on LeBron. I like LeBron James. I really do. But when people overdo LeBron, it makes me hate LeBron. I don't want to hate LeBron. I don't want to. I generally like LeBron playing. I like to watch him play. I want to see who he's at. I want him to win a championship. But when you do too much for LeBron, and you keep on just saying stuff that's not true and just being an idiot, it just makes me mad. It makes me hate LeBron James. I don't want to hate LeBron James. I honestly don't want to hate LeBron James. But if you keep on doing that type of stuff, I'm not going to agree with you. And let me think LeBron James is overrated, which I don't think he is right now. But the more that keeps happening, he's becoming overrated, which he shouldn't become.
He's beat him 3 out of the 4. Now, you'll have all the excuses in the world of why he won. It doesn't matter.
I love that way of arguing. Let's just ignore all context and nuance. Let's just see who won the game. Let's ignore the fact that in 2015, LeBron James was missing his 2 best players, and he still took that Steph Curry team to 6 games. Let's ignore the fact that in 2016, LeBron spanked Steph Curry so badly and shit on his unanimous MVP parade so badly that Steph Curry had to go and get the 2nd best player in the world because he went through so much embarrassment. Let's not talk about how in 2018, LeBron James had Larry Nance and Rodney Hood, and Steph Curry had Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. None of that fucking matters because LeBron lost, Curry won, therefore Curry better.
Now, I agree with him because that's just a dumb take. If you just say since Curry has beaten LeBron James so many times, Curry's better, that's just stupid because you got some stuff you gotta do. But there is certain context to what LeBron James has done as well. Like, I hate that take when they say that, well, Curry went out and recruited Kevin Durant. Curry did not go out and recruit Kevin Durant at all. Kevin Durant went to Golden State and went to them and wanted to be on that team. I don't understand why they really don't. use that to downplay Curry. And even when KD was on that team, Curry was still the best player on that Warriors team. I hate people make that take. It's just so stupid because it just doesn't make sense. If I'm an NBA team, I don't care if I just won a championship. If I'm 73-9, I don't care. If one of the best players in the league wants to go to my team, I'm not gonna deny them. I don't care if that's the easy ring. I need rings as an organization. So I hate that. That's just a stupid take. I can't stand that take. But anyway, when you say that LeBron James thing in 2018, I have done some things about the 2018 LeBron James. I made a video on it, and it still rubbed me the wrong way. I just feel like that run gets overrated, in my opinion. I feel like the 2018 LeBron James run is overrated because it's an amazing run. Let me go off the positive before I say negatives. That run is amazing. I'm not knocking LeBron James for that run. For you to carry that team that got revamped in the middle of the season, you to carry that team to the finals, that's a good run. I'm not knocking his run at all. I'm not. But when you keep on uplifting it and you act like it's the best version of LeBron James, that's what triggers me because it's not. Now, this is why. The team he faced in the East was not as good as you think they are. It wasn't. He faced the Indiana Pacers team that had a young Victor Oladipo and just a young team in general, and they took him to 7 games. Then you face the Toronto Raptors team that had DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry that sucked. They suck in the playoffs. They suck in the playoffs. Then you played the Boston Celtics. Now, I'm not gonna deny that team was good. That team was good, but it will lose to the Warriors, or the Rockets. But that team was good. I'm not denying that team was good. But for the best team that you played against to be a Raptors team that DeMar DeRozan isn't in the playoffs, Kyle Lowry isn't good, and that team was not good anyway. Then if you to go 7 games against the Indiana Pacers, then if you to go 7 games against the Boston Celtics, that team is a young team, and they wasn't as good as you think they are. That's why I don't think that run is that good. I'm not saying it's amazing. The run is amazing. But when you start putting it so highly and you push LeBron so highly because of that, that's why I have to nitpick. That's where the nitpicking comes in there. When you start uplifting stuff that needs to be not that much uplifted, that's where the nitpicking starts happening. Because you can't push something so high and then when the truth comes out, you start covering up. No, that's why I don't think that it's that high as you think it should be. That's why. But I agree with this take. I agree that you should add context what thing. I don't think Steph Curry is better than LeBron James. There's obvious things that is there. Now, Steph Curry has beat LeBron James. Yes. Steph Curry has beat LeBron James. Yes. But it doesn't make him a better player. It doesn't mean nothing. He has a better team than LeBron James all those series. Yes. But that doesn't mean he's better than LeBron James. That's not how it works. So I agree with him. You have to add context what it said. But I had to say that 2018 LeBron James out there because I think that 2018 LeBron James is semi-overrated.
They lose to the Grizzlies, they lose to the Pelicans, they lose to the Clippers, they lose to Dallas, they lose to whoever.
I'm confused though. Every team you just named has 0 to no playoff experience. The Lakers have actually shown you that they can win a championship. I know people want to act like the bubble was last century. There's been 2 NBA champions since the Lakers. It's been the Bucks and Golden State Warriors. That's it. And I know it was a different roster, but the 2 main guys are still there. You have Anthony Davis and you have LeBron James. And LeBron James is playing at a top 10 player level right now. They still have one of the best duos in basketball. And are we forgetting what Anthony Davis did to Jokic in the bubble? How he completely fucking outplayed him and put it on him? You mentioned the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard's been in LA the same amount of time as Anthony Davis. And in that time, he's blown a 3-1 lead and got injured before a Western Conference Finals. What gives you so much faith in the Clippers to actually contend for a title? The Grizzlies, bro, what is this faith in the Grizzlies now? You really think John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. are going to beat LeBron James and Anthony Davis in a playoff series? You really think the Mavericks, with Luka basically alone out there, are going to beat the Lakers? It's not delusional to think that they can actually make...
Oh my God, it's just... Okay, so I'm going to do this take before LA did this trade, because that's when the video was made. I just don't understand what he doesn't understand by it's a team game. Now, the thing is, yes, you have your 2 best players, LeBron and Anthony Davis, yes. But what happened to AD? Why is AD constantly getting injured? Why is AD constantly not playing? That's why the team is not good. So, okay, but even if you have the 2 players healthy, I'm okay. The team is not good around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It doesn't matter what pieces you put around them. If they're not competent enough to play with them too, the team is not going to be good. It doesn't matter how good LeBron James and Anthony Davis play. The team needs to be competent enough to compete. That's how the team sport works. I understand LeBron James is just so good. Like Anthony Davis is just so good, but you don't understand that it's a team sport. So your team has to be competent for you to win. That's how that works. And then also the thing about Anthony Davis putting on Jokic in the bubble, Anthony Davis has not played himself in the bubble at all. Never. Now, when he had them 2-week stretch, he played like himself in the bubble. But if you look at his bubble stats, Anthony Davis shot so good from the field where it's an anomaly. It's an anomaly. So when people bring up that, did we forget about Anthony Davis' bubble? Yes, I forgot about it because I want to see him do it again. That's why. It's not a thing that will be repeated. It's not something that's going to happen again. That's why. And then Anthony Davis is so injury prone where I don't think they can beat some of those teams, because when you go against the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Mavericks, some of those teams in the Western Conference, one, you have to get to them. You have to get to the AC, because right now I think they're 12th, 10th, something like that. You have to get to the playoffs. So we're not even there yet. But even when you get there, I don't think they can beat some of the teams because one, AD is getting injured a lot. That's one. Two, you can't use LeBron James so much where he's gonna play too much. So that's why before the trades, this team was not competent enough. It just wasn't good enough to win. It just wasn't good enough to win. Even with LeBron James playing at top 10 level, they were still losing games. Even with LeBron James playing so good, they were still losing games. They lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder with LeBron James 80. LeBron James broke the record, and they still lost. That's how bad the team is. The team is not competent enough to win a championship. That's why people think that other teams can win. Now the Grizzlies, I don't like the Grizzlies because their team is kind of weird, but they're a top 3 seed for a reason. I'm not saying that seeding determines who will win the championship, but right now they're in the playoffs. Lakers aren't. So the Lakers, they can go on a run. They can go on a run, but they still might not even make the playoffs. That's how bad their team is. Their team is not competent enough to win. Even if you have LeBron James 80, their team is not competent enough to win. You have to have complementary pieces around them to win. You have to have a space around them to win. They can't make every shot. They can't score everything. They can't do nothing they want to do. So if you don't have a competent team, then you can't win a championship. That's why he has all those other teams beating those teams.
Team was damn near a super team when he won. Bro. He brought Kyrie Irving. I like this guy.
And Kyrie Irving was actually so good that when LeBron wasn't there in Cleveland with him, the Cavaliers actually had 2 number 1 overall picks. Anthony Bennett and Andrew Wiggins. Do you remember that? Do you remember that Kevin Love in Minnesota never even made the playoffs? This is not a super team. Neither of these guys were top 15 players before they joined up with LeBron. LeBron did not underachieve in Miami. He won us 2 over 3 rings. How is that underachieving? He made 4 straight finals. He won the same amount of rings with the Heat that Kobe did with Powell and that Kevin Durant did with the Warriors. Did they underachieve? No, they did not. Yes, he said he was going to win 7 in the pep rally. I think most logical people know he was just playing to the crowd. That series that you say that no one talks about the Spurs, how he played so bad. No, he did not. He averaged 29 points a game and shot over 50% from the field and from 3. And Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade both averaged under 16 points a game and shot under 45% from the field. That is not getting help from your co-stars. They were both old and shot. And by the way, that same Spurs team beat Prime Russ and KD the round before.
Okay, let me get to these points. So one, how do you not think that Cavaliers team wasn't a super team? Now I think, okay, this is my definition of super team. My definition of super team is 2 definitions. One is two top 10 players on the team and an all-star. Or it's 1 top 3 player and then 2 all-stars on the team. That's why I think a super team is defined as for me. So when you bring the 2 number 1 picks, that's stupid because one, you didn't have LeBron and you didn't have Kyrie, or you didn't have Kevin Love. That's a dumb thing. That's just stupid. So then also you bring LeBron James, who is arguably the best player in the league. You bring Kevin Love, who is the best player on that Timberwolves team. The reason why Timberwolves make the playoffs is because the Western Conference is stacked. Like, that's just, everybody knows that. The Western Conference is good. That's just a stupid take. So, the Western Conference is good. The Timberwolves only have 1 best player, who's Kevin Love, and they have a bad team. How do they make the playoffs with that bad? That's just a stupid take. So, that's why they got Kevin Love. That's why. And then also, you get Kyrie Irving, who is arguably becoming one of the best players in the league. I don't know if he's top 15. I would say top 20, but he's an all-star caliber player. So, you have 2 all-star caliber players and the best player in the league. How is that not a super team? It's not a super team to the caliber as the Kevin Durant Warriors, where you have 2 top 10 players and then you have 2 all-star type players. That is a super team. But like I said, I think there's 2 definitions of super team. Another one is 1 top 1 player who's the best player in the league. Then you also have one player who is top 10, top 15, and then also an all-star player. So I don't understand how you just don't think that team is a super team. I don't understand how you don't think that. And then also you think LeBron underachieved. The thing about underachieving is you not winning. You getting there is not that much of an achievement, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try to explain it. So if I'm LeBron James and I go to 4 straight NBA Finals, I'm expected to win at least 3 or 4 of those. That's what I'm expected to win, because I lose to the San Antonio Spurs 2 times. 1, 2, I get clamped up by Kawhi Leonard. Not clamped up, but not shut down, but hindered. I get a little bit down because Kawhi Leonard. That's 1. 2, he did underperform in the Spurs series. That's 2. And then also him just not winning that like supposed to win. In 2011, he didn't win. He didn't win in 2011. So because you didn't win in 2011, that's underachieving. Because you lost in 2014, that's underachieving. I ain't my bad when I said he lost to Spurs twice. I meant to say he lost to the Mavericks and the Spurs. My bad. So when you underachieve, when you don't win 3, because if he would have won 3 and then lost to the Spurs, I wouldn't think underachieve. The reason why I see underachieve is because of 2011 and also how you played in 2014. That's why I see underachieve. Now I'm not saying he played bad in 2014. I don't use that against him, but he didn't play to the level that LeBron James was to play. That's why. When you put LeBron James so high and you just put him on the spectacle, when he doesn't play to that level, that's a underachieving game. That's how that works. Same thing with Stephen Curry. Same thing with Michael Jordan. When they don't play to a certain level, then they're not playing at that level, and that's underachieving for that player, that game. That's how that works. So I don't think LeBron James underachieved that much, but I do think underachieved. If you would have won 3 out of 4, then okay. And then also you comparing it to the Kevin Durant Warriors and then the Kobe Bryant Lakers. I don't think the Kobe Bryant Lakers underachieved because they won 2 out of 3. They lasted their time. So I don't think they're underachieved. Then also I don't think the Kevin Durant Warriors underachieved because they played their contract out. If Kevin Durant would have been healthy in 2019, they would have went 2 out of 3. That's the only way they lost. And then plus they didn't underachieve because they won 2 out of 3. When they was all healthy, they won. So that's why they didn't underachieve. So you comparing the Miami Heat team that won 2 rings to 2 other teams that achieved their goals doesn't even make sense. I'm not saying the Miami Heat team didn't achieve their goals. They went to 4 straight NBA championships. They won 2. They won 2. That is good that they won 2. But he didn't win like he was supposed to win. He should have won in 2011. I'm gonna use that against him. I don't care. He should have won in 2011. In 2014, I don't see underperform. I don't say that, but I do say he doesn't perform to LeBron standard. That's what I'm gonna say. He didn't underperform. He didn't underperform at all. But to LeBron standard, he didn't play like he was supposed to play. That's what I say about that. And then also he didn't win in 2011. That's why he underachieved. That's what that means. And also
at 20 years old, LeBron was better. He was finishing second in league MVP voting. Jordan was getting bounced in the Sweet 16. At 38 years old, he's far better. He's averaging 30 a game. Jordan was averaging 20 a game for an also under 500 basketball team. He was better, quicker, and faster. When Jordan didn't have help early in his career and was getting swept in round 1, LeBron was taking Sasha Pavlovich to the finals. So what is the...
Okay, this is the last one, then I'm done with this video. Now, I cannot stand this point. People try to say that Jordan was losing the first round when LeBron was taking teams to the finals. Now, yes, on the surface level, yes, that's true. But there's 2 things about that. One, Michael Jordan's team was not competent enough to even make it in the Eastern Conference. You had teams like the Boston Celtics, Detroit Pistons. These teams was very good in his time when Jordan was a rookie, and very good and hard for him to get out of the playoff in the first round. That's 1. 2, LeBron James' competition was not good when he was in the Cleveland Cavaliers in his first stint. I don't care what you say. If you look back at this competition was not good. There is no way that in 2007, LeBron James can be able to go to the NBA Finals like that and also be able to win 50 and 60 games consistently in the Eastern Conference. That's just a fact. The Eastern Conference was just low. It was not that good of a team compared to the Western Conference. That's not a knock on LeBron James. That's not a knock on LeBron James. Not a knock on how you play, none of that. When you try to big up LeBron and not use context, then I have to knock LeBron for that. LeBron James' competition in the Eastern Conference was not that good, nearly as good as Michael Jordan's competition in the Eastern Conference. I don't care what you say. If you look at both teams, the Eastern Conference when Jordan was playing was way better than the Eastern Conference when LeBron was playing. That's just a fact. That's how it is. That's how it works. That's literally a fact. So you cannot You cannot say that's not true what I'm saying, because that's literally true. The Warriors' competition in the Eastern Conference was way better than LeBron's competition. So that's why that argument is just stupid. Now, you saying that LeBron is playing better at his level, yes, I commend LeBron James for that. LeBron James has more longevity than Michael Jordan. Nobody never knocks LeBron for having more longevity. But when you keep on saying how good he is, and keep on using longevity, you have to be consistent with that argument. You have to be consistent with your longevity argument. So if you big up longevity and you have longevity as the reason why you have LeBron as a GOAT, then okay, not mad at you for it. But when I ask you certain questions and you don't be consistent with the longevity argument, that's the question why you have LeBron as your GOAT. Because I have longevity as a semi-factor in why I have players higher than usual, but I don't have it as a big factor. Hence why I have Jordan as my GOAT, because Jordan did have longevity, yes, but not to the level as Kobe and LeBron, which, yes, I understand that, but there is a reason why I don't have longevity as that much of a factor. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that much debate. I said a lot about Jordan and LeBron this video, but I just want to say that that's why so that's why LeBron's number 2, because of his longevity and how good he's playing, and I commend him for that. But when you try to big it up and try to emphasize on that longevity, then I'm going to ask you more questions about your longevity and see if you're consistent with your longevity argument. That's all I'm going to say. And Jordan has an argument for it. I don't know why he's acting like Jordan just doesn't have an argument. Jordan has an argument for the GOAT case. I'm not getting into that. It's whatever. He's just an idiot, and every LeBron fan who does this just makes me upset. That was in the TikTok hot take video. Now, in this video, there's a lot. No, every clip was about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. And yes, I understand that. But during this time when I recorded this video, I was really upset at the LeBron fans, as they just make me so mad sometimes when they just don't use context and they just like meat riding LeBron and not able to see and not be able to see the context behind some of these things that's happening. That's the only reason why I don't know if I'm going to make another video, another TikTok hot take on the guy that I've used a lot in this video, because I don't want to keep on saying things about him. But he just really made me mad with LeBron. I think he's the biggest LeBron James I've ever seen in my life.